The fuck? That's how I know it's working. All right, cool. Minute to get to the point of. I gotta silence my phone. Okay, so my screen's not cooperating with me. Hold on. Responding to some texts. This is when people start fucking blowing my phone up. It's funny, I've barely received a text message all day, and then the minute I get on stream, that's when my phone starts blowing up. Okay. Now I've silenced my phone. Let me just double check. Pop that up there so it's not in the way so I can put my mug down. Okay. Still got that lingering bullshit ass cough. All right. Turn that off. That's going to start causing lag. What's that crap in the background? What are you talking about? What are you? Crap in the background? Like, what? What are you talking about? The fuck is that light? It's coming from the bathroom. What the fuck? Like a green light coming in through the bathroom. What the fuck? We put a new light in the background, or the background, the fucking bathroom. Yeah, I didn't notice. I didn't notice we had a new light in the bathroom. Okay, I was wondering why the hell it was lit up in the corner and everything. Oh. That Leeds sweater. Oh, you mean my Leaf sweater? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What do you mean? What's that crap in the background? I mean, you're a Jets fan anyway, so I got that up because I'm going to the game tomorrow night against Nashville. Yeah, me and my mom and some other people are going to the Maple Leafs game against Nashville tomorrow. So I mean, we're in Nashville, so which I like the Predators and all, but the Maple Leafs are my favorite team. Like any other time, I'd be cheering for the Predators, but when they play the Maple Leafs, I got to go for the Maple Leafs. I'll cheer for the Predators though, since they're the hometown team. Just not when they're playing the Maple Leafs. You should be happy, Matt, because aren't Nashville and Winnipeg rivals? So you should be happy. You should hate Nashville, which I mean, everybody knows I don't hate Nashville, but you being a Jets fan, you should hate Nashville. What's up, Chad? You guys wait right here. I'm going to go get some more caffeine. Yeah, I gotta get my caffeine, get my dose of caffeine before. Yeah, gotta stay awake in this bitch. Okay, what's up, brother? Just getting dinner ready. Oh yeah, what you making? You're making some for me, right? No, I'm just kidding. We had a troll that came in here before the stream and even started. I ended up kicking him. They always show up right before the stream starts. They don't ever actually show up during the stream, which is really funny to me. I'm doing good, Chad. Doing all right. Had a busy day today. Was almost not going to be able to do the stream, but I got home in time, so yeah. Just had a busy, chaotic day. Got myself a new mug, this Black Rifle coffee mug. I fucking love this mug. It's fucking huge and it's heavy. And it's got Bigfoot with night vision goggles and looks like he's like got an AR-15 as well. It's hard to see in the it's hard to see with the frickin' glare. Ow! I just freaking banged my elbow on the corner of the desk. So how's everyone doing tonight on this beautiful Saturday night? Well, I say beautiful, but last night we were under tornado watch, so yeah, it was not too bad today though. Of course, we're under tornado watch last night, and of course, the tornadoes always touch down in the big field right across the street from my house. So I didn't sleep last night worth of shit because I was having anxiety about that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, where I live, we have tornadoes out the ass. We had one that came through here a couple of years ago and ended up, Jesus shit balls. We had one that came through here like a few years ago that ended up killing a bunch of people, and that was sad. I wasn't in the country when it happened, but it was pretty brutal. Even Donald Trump came down and did a big speech for the victims of the tornado. I remember that happened. That was on the news and everything. It was windy for a while last year in Arizona. In Arizona, windy in Arizona, really? Oh, I'm sure it probably gets windy there. Yeah, it got so bad that Donald Trump was here and he gave a speech and everything, and I was there. I was there helping clean up. I didn't know he was going to be there, but I had no idea he was going to be there. But I went there to help clean up and cut all the trees up and everything. That was, I think, it was either 2019 or 20. That big tornado came through here and just obliterated houses and killed people. And it was in my old neighborhood. It took out my entire old neighborhood that I grew up in and everything. So when I drive down there nowadays, it just looks completely different than when it was years ago. But yeah, because I was going up through there the other day, and I was just like, wow, it doesn't look anything like it did when I was growing up. Now I've pretty much moved to a new town, which like literally, I could walk into my old town in like 15 minutes. But I'm like right on like a border of a different town in my hometown. So yeah, and the tornado didn't end up hitting over here either. So I guess I guess we were fortunate enough to not get hit over on this side of town. It was scary. It was fucking scary. So has anybody in the chat seen John Wick 4 yet? Because I want to see it. I heard it's good. I'm thinking about seeing it probably next in the middle of the week, or I might go see it on the weekend next weekend because I've got a booked up weekend for this weekend. So I'm not going to be able to see John Wick 4 this weekend, but I might try to go see it during the week. You've not seen it? Chad has not seen John Wick 4. Well, that makes two of us. Oh, you wait for movies to be on streaming services. Ah, that's fair. Going to the movies is not everybody's thing. I like going to the movies. There used to be a time where I would go to the movies like every single weekend because I was bored as hell. Matt Carl says, I did. It was the best in the series. Okay. Okay. I'm still, with John Wick, I still think Chapter 2 is the best. I really enjoyed the first one, and the third one actually was my favorite for a while. And I don't know, I think I just like the second one the best so far. But I'm not gonna do a ranking of them until I see four. Then I'll probably do a ranking here on the channel because John Wick's been one of my favorite franchises since the first film. So um, I really loved that first film, and I thought they did even better with the second, and they did really well with the third. Haven't seen it yet. Hopefully soon. Tyler, yeah, I'm dying to see it. What's up, Tyler? The Power Rangers reunion is what I'm waiting for. Okay. I never really got into the Power Rangers. Um, I think that was just a little bit before my time. But I mean, I did used to watch the show and all that on shit. What was it? Don't remember what channel it was. I think it was like, was it Disney XD or what the fuck had? I don't know what it used to come on, but I used to watch it and I used to have like VHS tapes of it. But the the Power Rangers just weren't something I got highly into. Even though I think I actually enjoyed that movie that came out a few years ago. I thought it was actually all right. What year did that Power Rangers movie come out? So I would say I'm like a casual with Power Rangers, but I never really like got die hard into it. 2000, was it 2015 that or no 2017? Yeah, I actually enjoyed that movie from 2017. I actually thought it was pretty good, pretty fun for just a casual Power Rangers watcher. I did hear about when Jason David Frank passed away, which I mean that definitely sucked for Power Rangers fans and anybody involved with Jason David Frank. But Power Rangers, like I said, I'm not really like a diehard Power Rangers fan. I'm kind of casual with it. I don't really like. I don't want to say I don't like Power Rangers because I think sometimes it's cool, but it's just not something I ever really got into. What's up, MJ Cinema? How's it going, man? How are you on this nice Saturday night, MJ Cinema? I think I've had enough caffeine tonight. So I'm going to put that there before I end up going too overboard with it. I got to change my body clock because I'm starting a graveyard shift job. What the fuck? I thought I put my phone on silent. Maybe I did. I don't know. Or maybe I did. How come Maestro Megatron wasn't on Powerhouse stream? He usually shows up like every stream. Um, it's I mean I don't really have the full details. I just was told he wasn't going to be able to make it, and I think it may have something to do with him getting hurt when he because he did tell me he got hurt working out and stuff. Um, yeah, I don't. I mean, I was told he wasn't. He told me he wasn't going to be able to make it to the Powerhouse. Hopefully he'll be back next week. So yeah, I kind of had the solo Powerhouse yesterday, and it wasn't a total disaster, but it's not Powerhouse isn't the same without Maestro Megatron. Just not the same. It was still fun. Um, just not it's not the same without Maestro Megatron though. Yes, absolutely. Like I said I don't know when he'll be back, and I'm not entirely sure if he's not going to be ready to do Powerhouse stream again by next Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Powerhouse on my own. but I hope he's ready to come back by next Friday. But I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna solo that shit next week if he can't make it. He was working on Spilling Blood. Uh, I don't think that's. I don't think that that's the reason why. At least no Bloodless, right? Yeah, I mean, you probably shouldn't have said that because next thing you know, he's gonna pop up in the chat, and you know, I mean, I'm not trying to say anything about Bloodless or anything. As long I don't care if he shows up in the chat, but as long as the Corey Cunningham bullshit continues, he's gonna be put in timeout every time he mentions Corey Cunningham. Because I'm kind of getting tired of the Corey Cunningham and all that nice crap. The Corey Cunningham versus who the hell ever. We could be on here talking about freaking baseball or something, and then he'd say Corey Cunningham versus Derek Jeter or something like that. Something stupid. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, MJ Cinema, I'm just saying, if Movie Central happens to show up tonight, no fighting in the comments. No more fighting. I notice you guys get in a fight every time we have a stream. And I think I will say I'm on your side. I think Movie Central I think he kind of instigates it. But yeah, let's keep the if he happens to show up in tonight's stream, let's keep the fighting. Let's not fight tonight. I did see last time he was getting under your skin, and he was kind of being a bit of a dick, truthfully. When's the release? Whenever he can get it. That's when Spilling Blood will be released, whenever they can get it. Movie Central tends to get riled up on the streams. Yeah, I mean, he starts a fight every time you guys get on the stream together. He starts a fight over spilling blood. So that's why if he happens to show up in the chat, let's just try our best not to get into a fight like we did the last couple streams. I want everybody to play nice in the chat. It's supposed to be fun. Whether we got MJ Cinema and Movie Central fighting in the comments over spilling blood, or we got Bloodless Legacy commenting with Corey Cunningham bullshit, it's supposed to be fun. Or that, or we have trolls show up in the stream. Which happened a little bit last night. Or not last night, last solo stream I had, non-powerhouse stream that I had, we had a couple trolls show up, and we had Flappy Penis and Zach's empty pill bottle collection show up in the chat. I feel like Movie Central just does that to impress Maestro Megatron. I'd say he does it because I think he does it to he gets on my nerves with it too. I think he does it to get on your nerves. It does kind of get on my nerves when I look in the chat and I see a big fucking fight going on while we're trying to have fun on the stream, and I know that it's him starting it. So I don't know if he's trying to impress Maestro Megatron or he's trying to get on my nerves and your nerves, but I don't think Maestro Megatron's really impressed with it either. I just think he does it to get on everybody's nerves. Because it most certainly gets on my nerves when every time I look in the chat and I just see a giant ass fight breaking out. He's just excited for best movie. I mean, like I said, I can't wait to see it. It's just, it'll come out when it's ready to come out, like whenever he can get the file. This is fucking stupid. Oh my god, I wish people would blowing up my phone like I'm the one in charge here. You're the one in charge, motherfucker. Stop messaging me at fucking 8:30 on a Saturday night. God damn. Now I've got everything tangled up. Can you guys hear me? I had to unplug my mic and untangle it. I'm trying to fix the volume. There's like a little knob here on the wire. I'm trying to adjust the volume and everything. Okay, audio's good. Okay. Where were we in the chat? I don't even try to fight, but he always has to try to find something to fight about. I know. I watched the whole thing unfold the other day, or the other week on Powerhouse. I watched the whole thing from beginning to end. I watched my friend's horror film from 2003. It was a fun watch. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, my fucking God. I hate people. I hate stupid management people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Jesus. All right. Needed a sip of water before I end up losing my shit. But what's your friend from or horror film from 2003? What's it called? Did you see that Kung Fury? I found out the game released last week on current gen. I wanted to watch it, but I ended up getting tired. I have it saved. I'm ready to watch it. I might actually discuss it once I watch it, since it's only like half an hour long. What the fuck just happened here? Okay. Hammer Smash Face from Interval and AIC Comics. He acts like I own literally everything Spilling Blood. I only co-directed and assisted with special effects and editing. It was mostly Matt's idea. Yeah, and how many times do you have to tell him that? I just cannot believe you were in the. I've put Arnold. I'm actually going to put Arnold in timeout before he spams the chat with this stupid bullshit. Do a discussion, please. I will. Isn't there supposed to be a second one? I thought I saw something about a second one. Or maybe I'm wrong. And yeah, there's supposed to be a video game. It looks kind of cool. I tell him at least 500 times every one of these live streams. Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's getting old when he shows up in the stream and starts with the spilling blood. That's a new rule that for next Powerhouse. No, we're not going to be talking about spilling blood. So let's see the rules. Like really, the Powerhouse stream is supposed to be fun, but now like I feel like I have to write out an entire rule book in order to keep the chat fucking keep keep it in order. So let's see. We have Bloodless with no anything to do with Corey Cunningham versus insert any fucking person that we're talking about. It's like I said, we could be talking about fucking baseball, and he'd say Corey Cunningham versus Derek Jeter or something, and we'd be talking Spider-Man, Corey Cunningham versus Spider-Man, or a bunch of other bullshit. So that's one of the rules. What else? Got that rule. And we've got the spilling blood rule. I think that's about it. I think those are the rules. No more talking spilling blood when you can come and talk about spilling blood if Movie Central is not in the chat. Oh yeah, we've got 2 Tim Atkins. I'll let you know when I get the file. Yeah. How many times do you have to tell Movie Central that, and he still doesn't get it? And yeah, there's only one Tim Atkins because the last Powerhouse, not last night's Powerhouse, but last night wasn't really Powerhouse. It's not really Powerhouse unless it's both of us. But we had 2 Tim Atkins in the chat, and one of them was trolling, and one of them was the actual Tim Atkins. That was fun. That was funny. I couldn't stop laughing during the whole debacle. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I think, like I said, I suspect that the other Tim Atkins was Fuzzball. And I saw him the other day, and I asked him, and he said it wasn't him. So that tells me that it actually was him. So I think Fuzzball was the other Tim Atkins. Then I went and made a Corey Cunningham account, and I did that to get Bloodless in trouble because I wanted him to stop with the Corey Cunningham shit. I was trolling the chat as Corey Cunningham because, like I said, I wanted everybody to get pissed off at Bloodless because I wanted them to stop with that shit. No asking me to grab Dustin Ferguson on my channel multiple times either. Okay. Definitely. I mean, that got old. That got old the first time. Wait, you have a channel? Oh, you do. You got some videos on here. I'll have to check some of them out. I only know a Craig Ferguson. I do not know a Craig Ferguson. But yeah, that's another one. No more Dustin Ferguson. Because how many times does he have to say that? Like, he says it at least 900 times a damn stream. Dustin Ferguson. Hey, Dustin Ferguson. And I didn't even know who the hell Dustin Ferguson was either. That was something Movie Central was also doing. I'll get them when I get them. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just, to me, it gets old when they sit there and just spam the same shit over and over. You got that. You got Arnold harassing people in the chat for fucking what is it? Danimals and shit. It's getting ridiculous now. And you got, let's see, we have trolls that show up on my videos that have showed up on my Texas Chainsaw Massacre videos. We had Arnold with his Danimals and bullshit. He used to ask for bugles, and now he asks for Danimals. So, I mean, that's gonna end up getting old too. We got Obama in the chat, or not in the chat here, but in my comment section. We've got 2 Jesus Christ. Yeah, we got Jesus Christ in my comment section. My comment section's a circus lately. And then I got to deal with that all week. And then when we get on Powerhouse, we got to have one or two idiots spamming the chat with Corey Cunningham and spamming the chat with fucking spilling blood and spamming the chat with fuck Dustin Ferguson. Yeah, we got Jesus Christ. We got 2 Jesus Christs, and we got an Obama. So yeah. Now I'm just waiting for Trump and Biden to show up. Actually, I think somebody made a Trump account and commented somewhere. I don't know if it was on one of my videos or I think it was on one of my videos. We had Trump that showed up in the chat. Yeah, we get all kinds of bullshit on this channel. Like it's just I mean, I don't mind if people want to troll in the chat, but I put in a lot of time to do content. Even maybe not when I'm being lazy and not putting content out, but when I do content, I work really hard on it. And um it's just sometimes it can get a little discouraging that my channel won't grow when I wake up in the morning and open my comment section and we've got Arnold commenting saying he needs Danimals, and we got Obama and we got Trump and Biden in my chat commenting stupid shit, and Jesus Christ commenting stupid shit. And it's just like, is it really worth making videos for? Like, is it actually worth taking the time out of my day to do YouTube? Wait, hold on. I don't know what project I want to do with Dustin yet. Once I figure that out, I'll get started on the said project. But in the meantime, leave me alone about it. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. I'm on your side. That's why when if he shows up in another stream, another stream's chat, and starts that shit, I'm gonna tell him he's gonna knock it off or he's gonna go to timeout. Because I'm getting tired of it now too. I thought Trump was going to jail or something. I don't know. I don't follow any of that shit. I used to, but I just it just doesn't make a difference in my life. What happens with Trump or happens with Biden or who the fuck ever. It doesn't make a fucking difference in my life. But yeah, no, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of all the bullshit in the already. Like we've not even had a month's worth of Powerhouse streams, and we've already had to lay down the law with several people in the chat. And it just kind of pisses me off, honestly. Same with Ask You a Song to do with Daddy. Yeah, that one. That I knew I was missing something. That's the one. That escaped me. With Daddy 05. Daddy 05 is not even fucking relevant anymore. Whether or not the videos with the kids were staged, his channel got terminated, and I mean, I did my research. Apparently, the mom that was fighting for custody is no saint either, and it's just why do people like why? I just don't understand why. They just it's fine to bring it up a time or two, but they spam the fucking chat on these streams with the stupid shit. Who's Daddy 5? Daddy 05. He was the guy that did the videos with his kids, and him and his wife there ended up getting the kids taken off of them because they were child abusers or something. I don't know the whole situation. That's not something I was involved in, so maybe there's some truth to them being staged and the real mom being abusive. I've seen the videos. I don't really know what to think with that whole thing, so it's just better off I don't get too involved with it. But yeah, he was a YouTuber, and I think they still do videos. They're just under a different name now, I think. Here, let me see. I want to go ahead and clarify that. I think I've seen some of their videos not under Daddy 05. I think I've seen some of them floating around. I think. I know the oldest kid is a rapper now, and I've heard his songs, and they suck. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that whole situation. I know that it's ancient history and the whole thing's settled now, and I don't know if you all heard that, but yeah, that's the idiots in my on my fucking street. Metal faced monster 666. Hey Zach, 666. Hey Zach, what's up, man? I just know Chris Hansen on YouTube. Yeah, I used to watch that show, To Catch a Predator. I used to think it was staged, but no, it's actually real. Because I actually go to jail for it. And I actually have criminal records and everything. So that's. I know at one time it wasn't in collaboration with law enforcement. And I think when you do any kind of sexual predator investigation, that I think it should always be collaborated with the law, because then they actually end up going to jail. Where these, you got some of these guys that go around and they do it for attention and they're not in collaboration with law enforcement, and they run around screaming and shit, and like they don't get, like, yeah, everybody knows they're a sexual predator, but they don't go to jail for it. But when you actually do something like that and you're in collaboration with law enforcement, then they actually do jail time. So that's the productive way to do it, if you're going to do it, if you're going to do that. But other than that, I'm not for these predator catchers unless they're in collaboration with law enforcement, because then they actually do go to jail for it. Where if they're not in collaboration, they don't go to jail for it. I'll do a song with Daddy 05 when I can, if it ever happens. Movie Central is making these collab ideas not fun for me anymore. Yeah, yeah, it's just when he fuck when he spams the chat, it just pisses me off. One of the guys shot themselves. That's why the show canceled, I believe. Well, really, I mean, I think that in principle, that's a good reason to stop a show. But when you actually look at the sick stuff that these perverts are saying, I really, to be truthful, I don't fucking feel bad whatsoever. Those are the kind of people. Not, I should say, the only kind of people. Those are people that I just don't feel sorry for whenever they get the book thrown at them. That's just like, I think pedophilia is just one of the sickest, most demented things that you could ever inflict on anybody. Whether it be like an actual act of child rape, or whether it just be sexting with a child, it's all the same to me. It all deserves the same punishment. I honestly dread when he comes on, he causes drama for no reason. I know. And we're not about that here. Like, I don't think, because it's my channel and whatnot, I don't think that I'm doing a good enough job monitoring the chat. So, you know what I'll do is I'll probably make you a moderator, dude. And anybody else who wants to be a moderator, I'll make you a moderator. And when he starts, if you can just put him in timeout. Does that sound good? Have I ever seen any of the Phantasm films? Yes, I'm only really a fan of the first one and the second one, though. So the first one's great. The second one's even better, in my opinion. But yeah, MJ Cinema, I'll make you a moderator, because when he starts pissing you off, you can go ahead and just put him in timeout. Because he pisses me off. It's not like I don't mind having him here, but if he ever shows up in the chat, we're laying down the law. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull up YouTube, and I'm gonna make you a moderator, just because I'm not gonna be able to see the chat the whole time. So when he starts giving you a bunch of shit about the fucking movie and Dustin Ferguson, if he starts pissing you off bad enough, you can go and put him in timeout. And I know I'm probably lagged, gonna be like that just for a minute. All right, MJ Cinema's a moderator now, so when Movie Central or if Bloodless happens to stop by tonight and they start acting stupid, you can put them in timeout. I didn't like the second movie as much since it was a repeat with the girl. That's fair. That's a fair criticism for Phantasm too. Phantasm is one of those rare franchises where the first film is not my favorite. I think the only other franchises besides that the first is not my favorite in the entire series would be Friday the 13th, because out of the original series, part 4 is my favorite. And well, no, Rocky 2 is actually my favorite, and Die Hard 4 is actually my favorite. So that's I think those are no Terminator 2. Have I ever seen Maniac Cop? Yes, the first one and the second one. I think those are the only ones that. Um, let me look that up. Make sure that's the movie I'm thinking of. Yes, I have seen both Maniac Cop 1 and 2, and Maniac Cop 2 is the best one out of all the ones that I've seen, because there is a third one. Yeah, there's a third one. The second one is fucking great though. I love the second Maniac Cop movie. Yeah, look up Samurai Cop. Samurai Cop's fucking. It's one of those so bad that it's good type of movies. Yeah, Samurai Cop is hilariously bad. I love it. Let me just double check and make sure I actually made you a mod. Yeah. Anybody else want to be a mod while I'm at it? Anybody else in the chat want to be a mod while I'm assigning the roles? I'm not gonna make every single subscriber of mine a mod, but all right, I'll make you a mod. Says me. Wait, was me? Who was it that said me? Who was it that said that? Was it Chad? No, Chad. Oh yeah. I'll make you a mod. There we go. Yeah, making sure I'm assigning the right person. All right, we've got 2 mods now. Justin's a mod now too. So mods to be, if you're ever on a stream and you see somebody by the name of Movie Central or Bloodless Legacy spamming the chat, annoying people in the chat, put them in timeout. That is your assigned roles. Movie Central will be like, MJ, why did you time me out? Because you won't leave me alone about spilling blood. Exactly. That's the type of stuff that's going to get you put in timeout. Like I said, I don't care if you want to come in the chat and start messing with people and have fun, but if you're gonna spam the fucking chat with bullshit, hey, look, I want the Spilly Blood movie and yada yada yada. We've already given you an answer about the fucking Spilling Blood movie, or MJ Cinema has. That's your answer. Take it and fucking take it. Just take that as a take. I'll get it. We'll get it out when we can. Take that as an answer. Don't consistently just fucking harass MJ Cinema. That's part of why you're a mod, because I want you to be in control. And if you get to a point where you have to just block him or you have to block Bloodless Legacy, then by all means go for it. You have my permission if he starts pissing you off bad enough. Like it's my channel and my rules, and now I've got people that are going to enforce my rules. If he wants to start up his own channel and have people go act stupid on his channel, then that's fine. But this is my channel and it's my rules. I'm the one running the show here. So if I say don't spam the chat with Corey Cunningham, or I say don't spam it with Spilling Blood or Dustin Ferguson or who the hell ever, I shouldn't have to ask more than once to stop doing that. So they don't stop doing that. So now I've got moderators that are going to make sure that I don't have to ask them more than once. I'm only going to ask one time to stop spamming the chat. If they continue to do it, put them in timeout. If they keep doing it when they're out of timeout, block them. Because I should not have to ask more than once. Ever. Spilling Blood and Corey Cunningham are my trigger words. Yep. Corey Cunningham mentioned by Bloodless Legacy. Or anybody else that spams the chat like that. But yeah, I'm done asking more than once to stop spamming the chat with Spilling Blood, Corey Cunningham, Dustin Ferguson, all that stuff. I shouldn't have to ask more than one time, but I do unfortunately have to. So, like I said, we've got moderators now. MJ Cinema and Justin are both moderators. So, yeah. I can understand the frustration with the trolling / spamming. I thought the Bloodless Legacy stuff was funny, but I can see how it would be disheartening and such. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I didn't find it funny the first time, but I thought it was just harmless trolling, and then it was every time we bring up a subject, you would see him in the comments. Corey Cunningham, Corey Cunningham, Corey Cunningham, Corey Cunningham, Corey Cunningham, Corey Cunningham, and it's just to the point where the next time you hear the words Corey Cunningham, your head's gonna fucking explode. That's the point that it got to. And I did get enough of it one night, and I put him in timeout. Like, I'm trying to make this fun for everybody, but at the same time, like, here I am, I'm getting all riled up about it. But it's my channel, and if I say don't spam the chat with something, that's the end of story. That's the rules. It's like imagine I don't know, going into a pool hall and they've got the house rules written up on a board, and you do everything that goes against the house rules. Guess what? They're going to throw you the fuck out of there. The same principle here. I mean, if we're on the topic of Halloween ends, then yeah, sure, why not bring up Corey Cunningham? But spamming over and over and over is just, shut up! Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Really, I get tired of talking about Halloween ends, honestly, and Halloween 2018 and Halloween kills and just Halloween in general. I don't mind to do it on Powerhouse. So, as you guys can see, I've been doing stuff other than Halloween stuff because I mean, I just, like I've said everything I can say about Halloween. There's no more Halloween movies coming out. I think that the fans of that franchise get overly hyperbolic about their own franchise. But if there was a Hellraiser movie coming out that I thought maybe would have been worth getting excited about, not the actual one, that new Hellraiser movie that we actually got, but if there was an actual good-looking Hellraiser film coming out, I'd probably be making 25,000 videos about it too. Or a great Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, which I did make a couple Texas Chainsaw Massacre videos anyway, but for that newer film. Or, if we had, what's another franchise I really like? Fucking Die Hard. Of course, we're never going to get more Die Hard movies, and I agree with the decision to not do that. Yeah, I'm tired. Like, the Blumhouse trilogy is over. Thank God. It sucked. So, yeah. It's Blumhouse trilogy, 2018 kills, ends, it's over and done with. It sucked as a whole. That's pretty much the most I can say about it. And I'm gonna have to explore Halloween the franchise before too long, and I'll talk about 2018 kills and ends at that point. And but like there's some of the other movies in that franchise I've never talked about. Like I've never really talked about 4 on this channel. I've never talked about really Resurrection. I've never really talked Season of the Witch. Wait, hold up. I'm getting out of order. Wait, okay. The actor for the MCU new main villain was arrested this morning for beating up a woman. Who? Is it the guy that Jonathan Major? Are we talking about Jonathan Majors? Let me look that up. Let me look this up. Really? Jonathan Majors? Wow. I was actually so far a big Jonathan Majors fan. I ended up going and seeing Creed 3, and I thought he was fucking phenomenal in the movie. That's shitty to hear, honestly. All right. And then MJ Cinema. There's literally a million other things to talk about, like music, TV shows, or literally anything that isn't Corey Cunningham, Spilling Blood, Daddy 05, or Dustin Ferguson. I agree. I agree. It's getting old. Getting very old. I agree wholeheartedly with your approach. Well, yeah, thank you. Somebody sees it our way. And yeah, Jonathan Majors. That sucks, man. Jonathan Majors, as an actor, he's brilliant. I didn't see the new Ant-Man movie. I kind of stopped following the MCU after a while ago now. I think after Avengers Endgame, I stopped following MCU. I didn't think Endgame was all that great anyway, but I thought Infinity War was better. But I think the only other the post Endgame MCU film I've seen 2 of them. I've seen Spider-Man No Way Home, which was actually all right, and I saw Thor: Love and Thunder, which was fucking atrocious. So I have not seen the new Ant-Man movie, but I heard that Jonathan Majors is actually really good. But he was phenomenal in Creed 3. So that's really shitty to hear. I mean, there's 2 sides to every story. I'm not really somebody that defends hitting women, unless they're like coming at you with a fucking knife or anything like that. But that, or if they're beating the ever living fuck out of you and you have to defend yourself somehow. But I mean, if he's like a straight up woman beater, then fuck him. It doesn't look like there's a lot of details out on it yet, so we'll wait before we make any judgments. Kang was the only good thing of Ant-Man 3. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I've not seen it. Like I said, I'm just not interested in MCU anymore. Really, when comic book movies come out today, I just don't care, and it sucks because I love comic books and I love, I dug the Batman. The Batman was a great movie. Would have cut out some things to make the movie just a smidge shorter, but the Batman I really enjoyed. I just, when it comes to comic book movies, there's just so much of them now that I just don't. It even gets to a point where it's hard for me to go back and watch comic book movies that I actually do enjoy, because I'm just so burnt out on comic book movies every other fucking month. Whether it be MCU or this new reboot of DCEU, or like if we got like a good standalone comic book movie, like I would like a new Punisher movie. I think the Punisher Warzone was fucking excellent. Didn't much care for the Dolph Lundgren one, and really didn't care for the Thomas Jane one either. But the Punisher Warzone was fucking great. I wish we had more comic book movies like that, or more like the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, or this might be an unpopular opinion, but I am really a big fan of this movie. A lot of people hate this movie, but I actually think this movie's really good. Of course, a lot of people would really disagree with me on it, but I think that's a great movie. Like standalone, I remember back in these days when standalone comic book movies were the thing. You didn't have to see Captain America Civil War to understand what was, or you didn't have to see Iron Man 3 to understand what was going on in Captain America Civil War. Though Iron Man 3 was actually good. But I love the Batman since it focused on his detective side and brought back the Batmobile as a car. Yeah, yeah. That's what got me interested in the Batman. When I was told there was a new Batman movie coming out, I was just like, I'm tired of seeing it. Like we had, let's see, in my lifetime we've had three Batmans. We've had Christian Bale, we've had Ben Affleck, and now we've had Robert Pattinson. So it was just I was tired of seeing Batman, but what really got me interested was when Matt Reeves came out and said that he was going to be a detective. That's when I was kind of on board. So yeah, I really enjoyed the Batman. Games and music, I'm late again. God damn it. Nah, you're good. I'm going to be here for another little bit. Hulk 2003 is great. Yeah, it's a great movie. I don't care what anybody says. I think the 2003 Hulk film directed by Ang Lee I think is really good. It's much better than the Ed Norton Hulk movie in my opinion. Because this film actually has storyline. There's a good storyline here where I feel the incredible. I think it was the Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. The action scenes were fucking amazing, but it was just really shallow and thin. And I mean, Liv Tyler, she's a goddess. She's nice, but Jennifer Connelly is in this Hulk film, and she was probably my biggest Hollywood crush. And she's fucking gorgeous in this movie too. Thoughts on the 2013 Carrie remake? It's good. I like it. I think it's pretty all right. I don't like it as much as the original from the 1970s, but I do think Julianne Moore as the mom is better than what was the lady's name from the original? I thought the crazy religious mom. I thought Julianne Moore did a better job in that role than the original person. But other than that, I do prefer the original. But I think the 2013 Carrie remake is pretty good. Pretty good movie. It's fun. I enjoy it. Wait, Jennifer from that Italian horror film. No, I'm talking about Jennifer Connelly. She used to be gorgeous. I mean, I don't think she's aged greatly, but she's used to be gorgeous. No, I don't think we're talking about the same Jennifer. No, I'm talking about Jennifer Connelly. She was from Labyrinth, and she was in a movie called Dark Water that I thought was pretty good too. She is absolutely gorgeous. She still is pretty good looking, but um, I don't think she's aged as good as she should have. She was in Blood Diamond with with fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. I think that movie's pretty good. Pretty good action flick. And I think she was in Top Gun Maverick. I think. Let me look that up. I thought I saw her in it. Yeah, she was. She was also in a movie called Requiem for a Dream that I thought was pretty good. Opinion on Jennifer Coolidge? She's sexy, man. She's sexy as hell. I think I spelled her last name wrong. She was in the American Pie films. Yeah, she's sexy. Just getting. I'm starting to get fucking I'm starting to get fucking mad. I'm gonna turn that off before I get more pissed off. All right. Phenomena is the Italian horror film that inspired the Clock Tower game series. Okay, I've never. I don't think I've seen either of those. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fucking turn off my phone or silence it like I thought I did earlier before I end up getting fucking before I destroy this fucking computer in a blind rage. I'm not actually gonna do that. I am starting to get kind of aggravated. She's the main character. I gotta check it out. I've never heard of this movie, and you think I would have. Phenomena movie. Okay, it does star Jennifer Connelly. Oh no. Okay, this movie. I've not seen this movie, but I've seen it. It's got Donald Pleasance in it too. Yeah, I have heard of this movie. I need to see this one. So it's like a Giallo film. I like Giallo films, so that might I got to check out this Phenomena because that sounds like something I might like. Worst horror movie in your opinion? Jeez, man, like God, that's a tough one. Mm, well, there's a movie that you can find on YouTube. It's called Axum. That's probably still the worst horror film I've ever seen, but in terms of like big budget theatrical horror films, like real horror films, I would say damn. It's got to be a big tie between Sinister 2, which I used to like Sinister 2 and then I rewatched it recently and I was like this movie's fucking terrible. I saw Sinister 2 in the theater and I thought it was better than the first one when I saw it in theater and then in theaters and then I watched it again. I was like this is fucking terrible. So I'd throw Sinister 2, I would throw throw up there Alien versus Predator Requiem. I'm actually a big fan of the first Alien versus Predator, and I hated Requiem mainly because you need a pair of night vision. You need to wear a pair of night vision goggles to watch the film because everything's shot so dark that you can't fucking see. So investing in a pair of fucking night vision goggles to watch Alien versus Predator Requiem is a smart choice. Um, you can say Jason Goes to Hell. I wouldn't say Jason Goes to Hell is one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen. I'd throw for theatrical horror films, um, AVP Requiem, Sinister 2, um, this movie called Jacko. It's a movie about a jack o' lantern. It was pretty terrible. Um, None of the big franchise films. None of like the big like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream. All those franchises are not going to be in this because the worst of those franchise are better than a lot of other horror movies that I've seen. Um, yeah, Axum is terrible. I like my favorite part. Like I had to rewind the opening scene so many times because you get like the opening crawl and there's bad grammar and everything, and then the opening scene is literally the main kids in a crowded school hallway, but you can't understand what any of them are seeing because there's no microphone. So yeah, that's a terrible movie, but it's one I can laugh. The lumberjack, the what was it, the lumberjack man or something like that. It had Adam Sessler in it, which when he got killed in it, I was pretty happy to see that because I hate Adam Sessler. But um, what the movie is about a demon lumberjack that carries around a wagon full of pancakes, and when he kills people, he uses the syrup or their blood as the syrup for his pancakes, and I guess the demon is a ghost as well, and um, he was killed by this Texan like redneck kind of guy that um, he killed him and took his recipe for his pancakes. So now I think that was the plot of the film. But yeah, it's about a demon lumberjack ghost thing carrying around a wagon full of pancakes, killing people. Um, the only great part of that movie was Adam Sessler getting killed. Adam, you could throw any scene of Adam Sessler getting killed, and I'll enjoy it because I cannot stand Adam Sessler. Adam Sessler always having a Twitter breakdown. Yep, I can't stand Adam Sessler. I cannot stand the ground he walks on. So yeah, that was a bad movie, but the one scene where Adam Sessler gets killed is really funny. Um, Another terrible horror movie because I've seen a lot of terrible horror films. Um, what are some other bad ones? Get that fucking crap off my screen. I shit just ran off screen. Uh, okay, whoa. Okay. Um, Fuck me. Hannibal. So I've been a fan of most of the Hannibal films. Silence of the Lambs being a great one. I actually really liked Hannibal as well and liked Red Dragon, but Hannibal Rising was terrible. I know I said big franchise horror films, but Hannibal Rising wasn't going to be on here. But Hannibal Rising, I'm sorry, it was fucking atrocious, absolutely terrible film. Um, and I'm somebody that, like I said, I'm a big fan of the Silence of the Lambs. That's one of my favorite. It's in like my top favorite movies of all time. Really liked Hannibal, uh, the second in the series, and I really liked Red Dragon as well. It Chapter 2. I don't know why everybody hates It Chapter 2. I enjoyed It Chapter 2. It was accurate to the book and everything. Like I don't understand like why people don't like It Chapter 2. I thought it was fucking great. I thought it was better than part 1. I don't think any of them are as good as the original from 1990, but fucking that movie had problems too, especially in the second part. The 1990, it had a lot of great stuff in the first part, and then in the second part, there's a lot of stuff in it that wasn't great at all. This thing, for whatever reason, is bothering the hell out of me. This headset. But yeah, I don't get why people hate It Chapter 2. I thought it was pretty fucking great, but that's just me. I thought It Chapter 2 was phenomenal, actually. Um, it was just a better part 2 than what the 1990 miniseries gave us. What about the low budget Krampus movie from 2013 called Krampus the Christmas Devil? I've never seen it. I have seen the regular Krampus that had the dude from Step Brothers in it. That had the younger brother from Step Brothers in it. I have seen that one. I thought that movie was pretty fun. Um, what are some other bad horror movies I've seen? I've seen quite a few of them. See, I've seen so many bad ones that I'm having trouble picking which. All of the Human Centipede movies. Yeah, I did not like any of the Human Centipede movies, and I thought they were all equally terrible. None. One was not worse than the other. They were all equally terrible. The one or the two of them that I saw. I don't even know if there's more after that. I didn't like the final form not being a queen space spider and all those flashbacks that never happened in the first film. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, they added some new stuff with the kids and all that. I mean, I didn't really I didn't really see what the problem was with that personally, and it not being a space spider. I didn't have an issue with that either. I thought Pennywise was fucking evil as hell. And I'm not the biggest Pennywise fan in the world, but um, I thought he was evil in part two. Like the part that actually shocked me the most was the part where they're at the baseball or football game or whatever it is, and the little girl goes underneath the bleachers and Pennywise is waiting down there for her, and she ends up biting her fucking head off and everything. That that genuinely shocked me. I don't get scared or um I don't really get uncomfortable during horror films a lot, but that actually that fucking shocked the hell out of me. Like that movie had some balls, man. I love it. Chapter 2. I think it's great. Krampus the Christmas Devil is very inept, out of focus shots, wooden acting, but it's definitely not the worst I've ever seen. Oh, whoops. Um, I mean, that's shaping up to be something that I'm probably never going to watch anyway. I've never seen Jeepers Creepers Reborn, but I heard that was pretty bad. Jeepers Creepers 3. Okay, I put that on some of the worst horror films I've ever seen. That movie was fucking terrible. The Dark Tower was bad. Never saw it. Never read the book. I've heard people that are fans of the book say the movie's not good though. The Mummy, the Tom Cruise, the Mummy film, that was pretty bad. Um, this isn't a horror film, but one of the worst movies I've ever seen was Pompeii. And the fact that I watched that with a fucking crazy, crazy ex girlfriend, it just makes it even worse for me. Krampus the Christmas Devil has a 1.6 on IMDb, so I'll probably never watch that. I didn't like The Ring. I did not like The Ring either. I never got the hype with that movie. And I saw the second one and I thought it was even worse. So, yeah, that's one I do not like that movie at all. I see people all the time. What pisses me off about that movie is that you know, I went to school with people that just like say, horror movies are stupid." And then I remember one day everybody was talking about The Ring and how scary it was. I'm like, that movie is lame as hell compared to some of the horror films that I watch. And I'm talking about the American version. Um, yes. Did you watch the original Japanese one? Yeah, that one's good. The Japanese version of The Ring is good, but the more mainstream one is the American version. The I do not like the American one. The one with Naomi Watts, I do not like that movie. Yeah. No, Justin, the Japanese version of The Ring is actually good. The one that we've all seen, the American version, it's not good at all. Oh, Martyrs, the American remake of Martyrs is pretty terrible. The French version is really good. I do own the French version on DVD. It's shocking as hell, but the American remake of Martyrs, I'd put it up there. It's terrible. Yeah, the Japanese version of The Ring and the Japanese version of The Grudge are good. The American versions of those films are terrible. High school freshmen are the worst. I'm glad I'm not in school anymore. Yep. Yep. I agree. I mean, I had it pretty cool when I was a freshman because I was dating a senior, so and she was hot too, so I didn't mind that. Games and music thoughts on Dead Silence or the Grudge movies. Dead Silence, I think, is an underrated flick. The Grudge movies, the original Japanese one was great. I much for. I thought some of the first American American film. I wish make you get off. I just about guys machine with just spazzing the fuck out and everything. What was I saying? Dead Silence was it or not a great, but it's an underrated little flick. The Grudge, out of the Japanese Grudge is I think is pretty good, but The American version, there's sequels and all that too. The first one was okay, wasn't great. The second one was also eh. The third one was not good at all, and I know they rebooted it. I think what was it, 2022, 2020 or 2021? Um, that was not good at all. They had like a reboot remake of it. It was not good like at all. It was fucking awful. The Faculty is a fun B horror movie. Never seen it. Yeah, my what I don't know. I didn't even touch it. It's just all this stuff just started popping up on my screen just out of nowhere all at once, and it started. That's why I was getting pissed off. But yeah, yeah, that ended up that fucking pissed me off. But yeah, no, Dead Silence is good. It's a good movie. I think James Wan directed that movie, if I'm not mistaken. I want to double check that. James Wan usually has a good track record. Yeah, James Wan did direct. James Wan directed Dead Silence. He's had a pretty good track record of movies, horror movies. But yeah, no, I'm just making sure that was yeah. How come you don't like Hollywood? What do you mean? When did I say I didn't like Hollywood? Yeah, I don't like. I know there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on in Hollywood, but like, what do you like? You need to kind of elaborate on that question a little bit. You said I don't like Hollywood. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to because I don't think I said I didn't like Hollywood. So I'm just a little confused. Hollywood. Oh, you're talking about Hollywood Undead. Just not my music, really. It's not my type of rock music. They were popular when I was in middle school and all that, and um, there was a girl that I went to school with that fucking worshipped the ground they walked on, and she uh, just was always listening to them. She carried around a beatbox blasting the song "Undead" by Hollywood Undead, and she did that to be cool because the song has like 60 fucks in it. So she was doing that to be cool, and that annoyed the hell out of me whenever I was trying to listen to. I was trying to listen to like heavier metal and stuff like that as well at that time. So I just like I said, I just didn't really get into Hollywood Undead. They're just like I said, not my music. Not my music at all. Well, at that time I wasn't into heavier metal. I was into like Slipknot and Lamb of God and Trivium and shit. So I was more into that than I was modern rock and stuff. I wasn't listening to that. I wasn't listening to Nickelback. I wasn't listening to Godsmack, newer Godsmack. Some of their old stuff's actually all right. I wasn't listening to Shine Down or anything like that. I was more into Slipknot, Lamb of God, Trivium, Whitechapel, stuff like that. That's what I was into in middle school. You prefer Linkin Park? Some of the earlier Linkin Park's all right. They kind of went like a pop or hip hop pop direction that I didn't much care for. Some of their first couple albums, some of the songs on their first couple albums are actually pretty all right in my opinion. My fucking glasses, man. I need to adjust them. I used to fuck with Corn too. I'm not as big on Corn and as I used to be, but Coldplay and the Killers, yeah, that's not my thing at all. Coldplay, and I don't think I've ever listened to the Killers, but Coldplay, nah, I'm just not into that, like at all. Slipknot are literally in my top tier metal bands. I love Slipknot. Loved Slipknot when I was a kid, and then I went through a phase all the way until I was a young adult that I didn't like Slipknot, and I kind of put that to rest. And I just went and saw Slipknot back in September. I've seen Slipknot a few times live, and I did go to the show in Nashville back in September. That was fucking awesome because they had Ice Nine Kills, and Ice Nine Kills was pretty good live. And then the other band, who was the other band that opened up? Crown the Empire. There's a band called Crown the Empire. They're all right, but that was a good show. I really my preferred Slipknot would have been self-titled Iowa Volume 3 and All Hope Is Gone. They kind of lost me with Point Five, the Gray Chapter. I didn't think it was great. I thought the We Are Not Your Kind was better. And I enjoyed the first half of the end so far, and then it kind of lost me after the song Warranty was done. They kind of started doing weird stuff on the second half of that album, and I was just not as into it. But songs like the Dying Song, Hive Mind, like those songs fucking slap, dude. Off the end so far. I think out of the 3.5 end so far and We Are Not Your Kind, I think the end so far is the strongest release out of those three. As I'm just not a big point 0.5 fan at all. That's like sacrilege to some people, but the vocals on that album, like I remember like the first time I heard the song The Negative One, and I thought it started out good, and then Corey Taylor's vocals started. I was like, no, this sucks. I can't do this. Not saying there's not a song or two off that one I like. I thought Skeptic. That's a good song. I like that one, but other than that, I don't really care for the point 0.5 album at all. It's just Corey's vocals on that album. They sound dry. They sound raspy. It just didn't sound like Corey Taylor to me. I think we will run this for about maybe 15, 20 more minutes, and then we'll wrap things up around then. So, yeah. How bad are Daddy O5's Sun songs? I've never heard them. I've seen them floating around, but never listened to them. If you like shitty, overproduced, auto tune heavy rap, then it's up your alley. If you're not into that, you probably need to steer clear of it. And I'm not against using auto tune all the time, but a lot of music nowadays, they just drench the vocals in auto tune, and it just takes me out of it. I'm not a hip hop fan though, so that's me being biased. I'm not into hip hop. You rarely ever see me go outside metal or classic rock, which I know that sounds close minded, but sometimes I'll venture into like folk music, and I'll venture into old country. I say old country, like the good Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson type of stuff. I can't get into the new shit at all. Now we have mumble rap. Yeah, that's not my thing at all. Have you heard the Dad from Daddy O5 songs? They're pretty bad. I have heard that they are bad. I've never actually listened to them. I kind of want to hear one. I'm not going to listen to it right now, but I can tell just by looking at it that the song's going to be absolutely terrible. I know how close-minded that sounds, but I cannot help it. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and I will be back in just a second, guys. So, one second. tripped on my rug. I don't know if y'all saw that. I fucking tripped on my rug. That would have been funny if I did that. What song are you looking at? Fuck, I closed it out. Let me pull it back up here. I was looking at this one called "Remember Me" featured Dad Deadbolt official audio. I don't know if that's actually on his rap album or not. I know he has a rap album. I'm terrified to listen to it. I think I knocked my mic. Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know if you can hear me. I think I accidentally turned it down. Okay, cool. It's a song featuring Daddy Ofied made by his kid. Okay. So that's fuck, man. I can't stand this time of year. Pollen floating around the air and everything. It's a song featuring Daddy 05 made by his kid. So that's telling me right there that I probably don't need to listen to it. Nothing against those people, but I'm not a fan of their kids' music. So there's not really a whole lot I can say about that. Other than I'm just not a fan of it. No disrespect to them. So we'll probably run about another 15 more minutes, and we'll start wrapping things up. The ones I heard were called Heartless, Garbage, Let Me Fly, They Don't See Me, and Back Off. Those are the only five I heard. How you managed to even get through five songs, I applaud you for that. We got a first look of Lady Gaga and Joker 2 today. I saw that. She looks hot. I'm sorry. Lady Gaga's hot. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Margot Robbie was hot as Harley Quinn too. I don't know how I feel about Joker 2. Like I'm not really into the idea of it being a musical, but part of me does want to see it. I thought the first one was really good. So I am kind of maybe slightly interested in it. But yeah, Lady Gaga looks hot as hell, I will say. Maybe it won't be a musical. I don't know. I'm reading something on it right now. Maybe it won't be like a full on musical, but that's from what everything I'm reading. It looks like that's what it's gonna be. And I don't know, man. We'll see. I kind of don't feel like the first Joker film needs a sequel, but they're gonna do one. They were all terrible. He mumbles. His sound mixing is atrocious, and his lyrics are stupid. That I I can't say I'm shocked in the slightest. It might be amazing. The irony of Joker being the best Batman film by numbers. Yeah, I mean, Joker from 2019, I thought was fucking fabulous. It was phenomenal. Um, there's people that said, "Oh, it's overrated." I disagree. I think that it was fucking fantastic. So the second the idea of the second one being a full blown musical, it's just bizarre to me. Now you never know. It could go in. It could be got the goddamn greatest musical ever. I don't like musicals, man. I just don't. Um, unless we're talking like Walk the Line, which I've seen classified as a musical. I don't really think it's a musical. I think it's more of a drama with music in it, and I think it's a great movie. But I wouldn't say that's not like a traditional type of musical. Um, like for instance, I got dragged to go see Les Mis in the theaters when I was like 14. No, I had to have been like 12 or 13. Um, got dragged to the theater to go see that while Jack Reacher was fucking in theaters too. And the whole time I'm thinking it's like I could be watching Jack Reacher, which was actually good. I just don't like musicals. I've had to when I was in my last relationship, I had to sit through so many of them. Chicago, Moulin Rouge, The Greatest Showman. I hate those kind of movies. My friend not even being a Batman fan and he loved the Joker film. That's good. That's good. It's a good commentary on mental illness. So I thought it was a great movie. All of his songs are just a diss track towards his haters. Yeah, that just solidifies that I'm not gonna go listen to the music. I'm not into some cringy ass bullshit like that. There's much better songs I could be listening to with my time. There's just a much better way I could spend my time rather than listening to something that I know that I'm gonna hate. I'm really scared for Joker 2 though, guys. Really scared for it. Just the fact of it being a musical. I don't get why this is what they decided to do. It's an upcoming musical psychological thriller developed by Todd or directed by Todd Phillips, excuse me. I don't understand why they chose to go in this direction. I guess maybe to keep it from getting stale, but I don't get this is just a really bizarre decision to make it a musical. I don't get it. Movie Central hasn't showed up. I'm honestly relieved. He'll only show up if it's Powerhouse and Maestro's here. He won't show up if it's just me. I don't think he likes me very much, and really, I don't give a fuck either. So, but yeah, no, that just this decision to make Joker 2 a musical is just bizarre to me. Very bizarre. I'm probably gonna go see it in the theater anyway, but I don't know. I'm very unsure about it. I'm not gonna go into it wanting to hate it. I'm gonna go into it really to be truthful. I'm gonna go into it wanting to love it. But it's just the fact that it's a musical, and you're gonna have people that are gonna be, I can't wait to rip it to shreds, and I can't stand people that do that. Those are the kind of people that don't give movies a chance whatsoever. Like I remember there was a lot of that going on with the Batman, and a lot of that with lots of other movies. There's a lot of that going on with this new Transformers movie coming out, which I mean I can understand not being excited for a new Transformers movie, given that I enjoy the Transformers movies well, I actually enjoy all of them as popcorn movies, but they're not great. Um, but you got these people that are just all like, "Oh, I can't wait to rip it to shreds." It's like you haven't seen the fucking thing yet. It's like Top Gun Maverick, man. Everybody, I knew people was like, "I can't wait to rip Top Gun Maverick to shreds." We watched it, and it was really good. I guess Movie Central doesn't like you because you don't encourage him to keep harassing me about spilling blood. No, if anything, I try to combat it because I know it annoys you, and how I know that is because it annoys me as well. And I can just tell when you type out responses, I can feel the irritation. It translates. Trust me. It pisses me off when they come in here and start this dumbass bullshit. It makes me fucking mad as hell. Somebody pulling into my driveway? I hate this fucking neighborhood, guys. Ghostbusters Afterlife is getting a sequel. I didn't see it. Not a Ghostbusters fan. Never cared for the original. Never cared for the second one. Um, just never cared for the Ghostbusters. I guess I didn't grow up in the '80s though, or I didn't grow up with Ghostbusters, so I just never really was my thing. I've seen them, and I just kind of about them. They're good movies for their time, and they started a lot of good stuff in pop culture, but just not my thing, I guess. And I'm not a big Bill Murray fan. Or I do like Dan Aykroyd quite a bit. I don't really care for Bill Murray all that much, though. I'm glad you share the feelings. I don't like it when he does that, yelling at me to get a file that's several hours away. Yeah, I mean, if he wants it that bad, he can seek it out himself. Go find out where this guy lives and go get it his fucking self. I'm fucking tired of that bullshit, man. If he wants it that bad, he can drive to the guy's house and get it himself. And if I was the guy that had the file, I'd fucking charge him out the ass for it. So if he wants it that fucking bad, I just get tired of him in the chat, hey, spilling blood, and then you got the other ass hat over there, hey, Corey Cunningham. I just don't like it. It pisses me off. It absolutely fucking pisses me off. Every fucking stream, except tonight's stream and yesterday's. But every stream before that, it's the same. Corey Cunningham versus whoever. When are we gonna get spilling blood? I know I've asked you 100 times already, but I'm gonna keep asking you over and over. When are we getting spilling blood? I wouldn't give it to him at all. Fucking make his ass wait. Just fuck, it makes me mad. I don't mean to be like a fucking prick about it, but Jesus Christ. The thing is, I've asked nicely for them both to stop doing that, and they don't stop. I have asked nicely. Maestro Megatron has asked nicely. You've asked nicely. But you know what, MJ Cinema? Here's the thing. You have been assigned the role as a moderator, so when that stuff starts pissing you off, you you can figure you know what to do. All you got to do is click a button and you can make it go away. I've given you that power on this channel. It's not like I never said I'll grab it. It's just not going to be soon. You know, the funny thing is why do I feel like Bloodless and Movie Central could be the same person, or at least they know each other, because they do the exact same annoying tactics in the very same in a very exact fashion. They blow up the chat with they spam the chat with the same stuff over and over. So I'm starting to think that they are either working together or they're the same person. It's just very strange to me that they they have the very same the exact same tactics in their arsenal. That really that kind of leaves me a little suspicious. It's just food for thought, man. It just makes me wonder, because they have the same tactics. Just makes me wonder. Yeah, it is sus. Very sus. It feels like Movie Central somehow is connected to Bloodless Legacy. You know what? If they happen to be in the same chat at the same time again, we're gonna find out. That's where we're gonna fucking find out. They both know how to get under everybody's skin and piss them off and annoy them. Makes me think they're either connected or they're the same person. I think it's one of those two. But nah, trust me. The next time they're in the same chat and they start that shit, we're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. There's one thing about me is that I always find out. I always find out. Even when you're trying to troll me or you're lying to me, especially with lying to me, I always find out. There's never been a time where somebody has lied to me and I've not found out. I always find out. Always. I always found it weird that he knew exactly where to go without asking for the link. What do you mean? Specify. I'm interested. Maybe we can maybe when you specify and we get some information, maybe we might be able to solve this mystery tonight. Give me all the information you know, and we'll figure this out. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stay on later. We're gonna fucking figure this out. Why they keep doing this? We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Maybe not tonight, but we are gonna get to the bottom of this. Because I just find it awfully weird that they show up at the same time and they have the same exact annoying tactics in their arsenal. So now, trust me, we're gonna find out. I promise. Because I'm getting tired of it, and it's just awfully funny to me that they show up in the same chat and they're annoying everybody in the exact same fashion. Except one's talking about Corey Cunningham and the other's harassing you in the chat about a low budget horror film that you guys directed. And you've already given him the answer. The answer is it's coming, just not right now. And he's doing everything he he's doing everything he can to get under your skin and piss you off. And I notice it every time he shows up in the chat. I watch the comments. I'm watching you get increasingly angrier, and I feel for you. So That's why I made you a moderator tonight. So you can put an end to that shit whenever you want. But I want to fucking find out if they're connected. Because I really, truly think they are. He was on my Instagram until he deleted for some reason. For some weird reason. Now he stays on YouTube. He's been on my channel a couple times. I've deleted a few of his comments. So I thought, for some reason, I thought you guys were friends or something. But he seems to me like he's an annoying troll. That's weird though. Like, I don't know. Like that's just really, really weird. He doesn't comment on my stuff. Like I said, I don't think he cares for me. I think he likes Maestro Megatron. I kind of thought most of you guys preferred Maestro Megatron over me, but some of you guys came out to tonight's stream, so that might prove to me otherwise. Um, I know I'm kind of the more deadpan, while Maestro Megatron's the energetic one. He's my friend one day, and then he's annoying troll. He's an annoying troll the next. So that means he's not your friend. That means he's just an annoying troll. I think if anything, to give him the benefit of the doubt, I think that he, I think he thinks that this is like a friendly joke, and like he's doing this as a friendly, joking type of way. But I don't think he realizes how annoying it gets, and I don't think he realizes that he's aggravating the fucking piss out of you. That's what I think. That's what I think. Just to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like if I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, that's what I'd say. But really, in my honest opinion, I think him and Bloodless Legacy are either connected or they're the same person. But if I was to give him the benefit of the doubt, that's what I would say that's going on. He's just always got something stupid to fucking say, and it pisses me off, really. And I don't care if you want to. My thing is if you want to come troll in my chat, if you want to make fucking million accounts and come troll in my chat, by all means, have fucking fun, let loose, but don't do it at the expense of other people's fucking enjoyment of this. Don't. It's just when they do stuff like when they consistently harass people in the chat, it makes it not fun for me, but it makes it not fun. It makes people not want to come out and watch the stream because they're afraid of getting fucking harassed and spammed in the chat. And I'm sorry, I got to start laying down the law with these people. And I have no fear of doing that whatsoever. I have no problem, and I absolutely will lay down the law with these two clowns. I will absolutely lay down the law. If you're not going to abide by my rules, you're not going to be in my chat. He's asked me to do more shameless rants or rants about the shameless subreddit or the fandom. I've told him no multiple times. This was back in 22. Jesus. I don't know what shameless is, but if he's okay, yeah, that to me sounds like he's trying to get under your skin. When you tell him no, that's it. That's the answer. Like that's set in stone answer. It's like I used to excuse me. I used to have a guy that came to my channel and asked me to review or not review, but discuss the movie Kick-Assia. And I said, no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to watch it because it looks like shit. And it's made by a YouTuber that I don't care for. So I'm not going to check it out. And he left a comment on every single one of my videos saying, when are you going to discuss Kick-Assia? Hey, are you going to do a video about Kick-Assia? I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to mention the fucking film. It looks stupid. It's made by a YouTuber that I don't care for. I'm not going to watch and discuss Kick-Assia. Shameless is some TV show. It doesn't. I never even heard of it. I never heard of that movie Kick-Assia. All I know is it looks like a shitty movie. It's not something that I want to waste my time watching. It does piss me off when people ask me the same questions over and over. And I got people in my everyday life that do that to me, and it pisses me off. That do that in my personal life. They ask me the same questions over and over, or what they'll do is they'll ask me questions. They'll ask me the same question but word it differently, just to think that they're going to get a different answer out of me, and it never works. That's what I absolutely hate when people ask me this. Like when they ask me a question and they don't get the answer they want, they'll ask the same question worded differently just to see if they'll get a different answer out of me, and it never works. I am too smart for that. I'm wise to a lot of people's tricks. He constantly would bring up seasons 5 and 6 of Shameless, even though I've already told him I don't like them. Therefore, I don't want to talk about them. Yep, and that's the end of story. That's the end of story. End of story. I'm not talking about them. Just like we're not going to talk about Daddy 05, like we're not going to talk about Corey Cunningham, like we're not going to talk about Spilling Blood, like we're not going to talk about Dustin Ferguson. They just it's just the most random fucking shit that they just spam the fucking chat with. And I'm just gonna say he does it because I really truly believe that him and Bloodless Legacy are the same person. And if they're not the same person, they have connections. There's no possible way that they aren't involved with one another somehow. There's no fucking way. If you sit there and tell me Bloodless and Movie Central aren't connected or they're not the same person, I disagree. I disagree. I have an informed opinion on it, and I think I have enough evidence that could substantiate my claim. So I think it's I think it's weird that he just showed up out of nowhere. Movie Central. I know Bloodless Legacy came from Maestro Megatron, but Movie Central just kind of showed up from nowhere. I'd never seen him on this channel before. Never once have I seen him on this fucking channel. Why would I talk about seasons that I don't like? I've already told him exactly why I don't like them, details and everything. And he still asks you to fucking. That's just fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking absurd. I just blocked the guy, honestly. Like I said, I've made you a moderator, so if he shows up in here and starts acting stupid, you can put him in timeout, and if he doesn't learn his lesson, block him. That's my instructions for you to go by. If he doesn't learn his lesson after putting him in timeout, just block the motherfucker because I'm tired of it. And block the many other accounts that he'll show up on after. Because I'm tired of every time I look in the chat, he's in there asking about Spilling Blood or he's in there asking about Dustin Ferguson. And I can see you increasingly getting more pissed off. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the fucking spamming on the streams and everything. I'm fucking fed up of it. I don't mean to get fucking rageful, but Jesus Christ, it pisses me off. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off here, though, guys. It's been longer than I said it was going to be. So I will see you guys later. I want you guys to take care. And then it's hang on. And then it's Shameless subreddit. What do they do? Why do you not like the Shameless fandom? Why don't you like Shameless season 4, 5, and 6? Yep. And you've already told them. But I'm going to hop off here, though. So I'll see you all later. And then maybe next time we'll end up solving the mystery of Movie Central and Bloodless Legacy, since we highly suspect and theorize that they are the same person. You would probably be right with your opinion on those two being the same person. Yep, I think they're the same person. If they're not the same person, they're working together and they're connected. So I'll be here for the next stream for sure. All right. I'll see you all later. It was a good, fun 2 hours tonight. So Enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and I will see you guys later. Peace.